Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to MHF. Inter play Manchester City. Liverpool smashed AC Milan yesterday. Big up everybody that joined us on the Football Terrace. Hit that like button, people. We're going to be joined by Martin. We're going to be joined by Husam soon. But I'm here with Gianni, a big Inter fan. Absolutely has a podcast about Inter. I did a lot of work with Gianni. I know a lot of people you guys don't know, but we have another Inter community outside of the Premier League, of course, where I speak about Inter sometimes, of course, when I got time. But Gianni has the Interviews podcast. I will try to put the link in the description if you want to hear something about that. Him and Rafa, of course, talk about Inter all the time. So we're here to actually see, can Inter win against Manchester City? Is it a possibility that Inter actually win against Manchester City? We'll talk about that as well. So listen, before we go on, I want everyone to hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. About 300 people joining us right now. So hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm going to just, Gianni, how are you doing, man? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. Feeling great. Really looking forward to this matchup. I think it's going to be a real test for us going into this new Champions League format. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how the boys could do.
I was told on the Football Terrace that I will get smashed tonight.
I think it's a bit harsh. I do think it's not going to be obviously an easy matchup for Inter, and given what the rumors are of the potential starting 11, it'll be interesting to see, what we're able to do, especially going out to the Etihad. But I think that it won't be a smashing by any means. That obviously a possibility that we don't win the game, but I don't think it's.
What are the rumors about the lineups?
Bisek over Pavard in the right center back position. And it looks like Taremi and Thuram up front.
Why not Lautaro?
Supposedly some type of muscle fatigue. I don't know if that's really been confirmed by anything. I've only seen it on one outlet so far. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Big up Martin, the Mancunian way. Before you go to the game, Martin, of course, big up that for you to be here. What is the predicted starting lineup for Man City tonight, Martin?
I don't know. They're being kept quite close to the chest at the moment. I heard a rumour James McAtee was in the 11 yesterday, but that might just be shape training beforehand. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Do you believe you're going to play your strong starting 11 today, or you're going to wait until Arsenal?
I think you've got to. I've just told you I don't like this new style because I think it's encouraged. It's going to make everyone having to play their starting 11s for all 8 games now.
No, it's the other way. I think you don't have to play the starting 11 every game.
But everyone's already on catch up. We're already playing catch up behind Bayern now because he slapped 9 past Zagreb last night.
Yeah, it is. I believe it's unfair. The new format is unfair. Especially if you are ranking all the teams together, but they play different oppositions. How is that fair? No, but I like the new format. It's more games, but that's unfair.
So what we're saying is, Bayern Munich are going to slap someone 9-2. Some teams ain't going to get the chance to do that against Zagreb. Other teams can, and it affects everyone else. And then we all go into a seeding pot in the last 16. Well, Bayern Munich are already at 4 points because you've got to give them the extra point because of what they did last night. I don't think you can draw anymore. I think you've got to, I get what they're doing. It's a bit more exciting and it's a bit more entertaining and everyone's...
It's not entertaining. I don't think it's entertaining at all.
Do you know what baffles me, though? The reasoning behind this was because they said there was too many dog and duck games. There was too many games like Bayern Munich last night. And then they go and get what they got last night.
Yeah, but we can't watch all the games. There's too many games in the day. Like, I don't think it's that good. Gianni, do you like the new format at all?
No, I think it takes away of some of the fun storylines where a team can be, maybe in pot 4 and then make a decent run into a quarterfinal, semifinal. I think it makes it almost impossible for the underdog to ever get out. So I don't know. It's kind of lost a little of the magic to me. And now, like you say, with the 8 matches, I mean, you're just going to have tired teams too. You're going to have teams that are just, they may put all of the effort they can in the first 4 or 5 games. In the last 3, they're just winded because they're focusing on the league still, or they have the league cups that they have to take part in. And yeah, I'm not a fan. I think players today's age, or today's game, I should say, have enough games in their schedule, and now you're adding more to it. It's just going to make it even.
I actually disagree with this.
Oh, let's hear
Completely
that.
disagree.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, Rodri complained about the number of games,
Mhm.
but you play for one of the richest clubs in the world, right? Your club has the money to have 2 squads. You don't have to make that much money. Every club plays a lot of money, plays a lot of games. Real Madrid the same. So for people say about PSR, well, Man City, the players can lower their wages and play less games, but no, every player. Why? Every player actually now gets paid that much. So the club like Man City, if they want to comply with PSR, they can't have as many players as before. Inter don't have the money, right? But we pay that much money for players. I think, in my opinion, players complaining about games is wrong at all. Like you have that. You don't. By the way, Rodri, you don't have to play every game. It's your club's choice to play you every game. You don't have to play in the game.
I mean, yeah, no, I get your point. I still think that I mean, just look at what Inter did in their last league game, right? They tried to rotate players so that they could have them rested for this matchup with Manchester City. The quality isn't really up to snuff. Let's be honest. I think that there are some players who got into that starting 11 that wouldn't really be starting for clubs outside of the mid-table in Serie A. And now, yes, you got those players rested, but now you sacrifice 2 points in the league because you did the rotation. So I hear your point. I just disagree.
Just for me, I think I think you are going to have to play your strongest teams in a lot of the games. I think you're going to have to.
Why?
Well, like I said, because Bayern have won 9-2. They've got 3 points, but they've got an extra point on there. Goal difference is going to count. And then the last 16 are all seeded. And then, so someone's going to have to get some to beat Bayern now, unless Bayern lose a couple of games, which they can. I'm not saying they can. I'm just saying it's going to be great for entertainment, but you're not going to get the tactical go there, get a point, play deep. People are not going to be able to do that anymore. For me, this is now about going there. You're just going to have a go. For me, I think you get, which will be more exciting. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be hella exciting for everyone to watch. I suppose it will depend on who you get in the next round. And when you finish, where you finish in that top 8, and then who you get in your seeding going through.
I'm looking at this and I'm like thinking players actually just complain for no reason. Like you don't have to play. You can just lower your wages of the players and just play more games and just get another player.
They're not going to lower the wages, though. They're not going to lower the wages.
So why does the player complain when they're asking for 300K a week and then complain about the number of games? Lower your wages so they can get the alternative. Simple. I think it's very simple. Like, I don't get it when a player gets paid that much money and then complain about the number of games. You are the one who gets paid that much because you are the best player. If the club gets another good player, you can alternate and you don't have to get paid that much. It's the same as someone who wants to work all the shifts, right, to get paid double the wages, while the company can say, well, half your wages, I'm going to get another one to cover the other shift. I'm like, no. I don't want to get paid less. I just want to work less. I don't want to get paid less, but I want to work less. That is the reality.
But then if you look at it, if you're adding more games to the schedule, and a player says they're going to play for 300K a week, but then you're adding 2, 3, 4 games a season, however many it may be, it depends really how far you go or whatever, then technically you are getting paid less to play more games. Are you not?
Yeah, but that is football. Back in the days, the games were more, and then they got less, and then
Back
they
in
got
the
more.
days, they didn't have the Club World Cup coming up in the summer. They didn't have all these competitions go throughout the season. They had maybe their League Cup, but other
We didn't have Nations League. There's internationals in September, October, November. We just come
keep
out of
adding
Euro.
tournaments. Like,
what we're going back into internationals for?
I'm not sure.
Like,
to be honest, I still think if you're a football player, you just play, and then your club has to manage your minutes. Your club has to manage. I can't just sit here and say these players get paid that much. It's less for them. No,
but is it fair in Arsenal then to play Thursday night?
No, it's not.
Fly back and go straight into a City game on the Sunday. Liverpool have had to do it. Husam said every team has to do it. It's not so much fair. But I don't know. I don't think there's ever going to be an answer that will suit everyone because money rules it all. But we're now at the bottom line of money, which is why the Club World Cup is now a summer tournament in America. So that's pre-season out for a number of clubs. That is going to be their pre-season. So then do they take the Club World Cup in a serious matter or do you not? I don't know. It's madness.
I know, but listen, this is Champions League thing. I actually think that today's game is not important.
For who?
Like, I don't think it matters for any other club because you need to win 5 games or 5 games to go to the second round. If this is the toughest game for Inter, what if we lose? Who cares? We have 7 other games.
It's the toughest home game in the whole fixture list.
But that's not my point. Like, I don't think this game matters as much as people think. What they did is that the other games matter way more. The other games matter way more. You win. Like, Inter have Arsenal, Bayern, Leverkusen, and Man City. If we win the other 5 games, we're going to go in the top 8. That is why I said. I think so.
Whether you like it or not, you are going to lose teams on goal difference. That's where it becomes exciting. You are going to lose a team on goal difference. So an 8th and 9th might just come down to goal difference.
This game would have mattered if, for example, if we were in the same group. So, being top of the group is different than being second. But now we can have teams literally lose a game or 2 and then win the other 6. And just
the bit I don't like is teams are going to play each other. So, for example, Liverpool
have an easy draw. Liverpool play away. Liverpool play away. Liverpool play away. They played Milan. We play away. We play Manchester City, the champions of England, right? Liverpool play Real Madrid. They get Real Madrid at home. Now away, their away games are not as hard. I like the other teams. And I'm not saying that only Liverpool. Barcelona, for example, I think they play Real Madrid and the other games are easy. So my point is it's not equal. So how am I at the end ranking everyone equal? But it is what it is. It's a competition. I don't like it. I actually don't like this.
The thing I don't like about it, like I said, is because a team I'm not playing has an influence on my outcome, potentially. That's what I don't like.
Yes.
And you can do nothing about it. And there's another team that is totally in charge of could be in charge, I'm saying could be, in charge of your future, and you're not playing them. And you get nothing to do against them.
Thing is, they essentially cancelled they didn't want the Super League, and then they made their own version.
Yeah, they made the Super League in the Champions.
This is basically Super League 2.0, but instead of like Liverpool playing City, Inter, Madrid, Bayern Munich, everyone, we just play 2 of the same pot teams. Essentially, in 2025, and like from this Champions League going forward, it doesn't matter which pot you're in. It doesn't matter. None of the shit matters. Like, you're gonna face 4 or 5 difficult teams anyway. But one thing I will say though, Martin, there is one thing that I do disagree with you. I don't think. Listen, you control your own outcome, because at the end of the day, if you win, let's say 7 of the 8 games, you're gonna go through as a top 8 team.
Yeah,
if you win 6 of the. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it kind of goes back to you control your own destiny. They're kind of making it into like a whole playoffs thing, which I don't like. Even though I'm a viewer of the American sports, I don't like it, because it doesn't take into account who was better through this whole period, and you never know what happens. Let's say Madrid, for the sake of argument, let's say Madrid finishes 9th, and they've got to play a playoff side against a team, but they've got 3-4 injuries. Like, we're eliminating them out of the Champions League to add more drama and stuff, but in the long term, it'll hurt the competition. It won't make the competition any better because everyone's just looking at City to win it at that point in time. So that's why, for me, I prefer the old thing. Is with the Champions League, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Champions League was already making a shit ton of money. It was already the most successful competition. You already had City playing Madrid and City playing Liverpool and Liverpool playing Madrid and Inter playing AC. Like, it was already things that made people want to watch from all over the world. So the last thing that you needed was a change to it. And I think making it into this like league style thing, I don't think it makes it any better at all. Like, okay, yes, maybe if you're a neutral, but who truly is a neutral who watches football? The thing is, I think we've applied an American concept to something that's not American. And this is not anti-American stuff. I'm just saying it like from my perspective. In American sports, for the most part, I say this as a viewer of the NBA, most people don't really watch for a team. They usually watch for a player. Like, it's a completely different scenario in their minds. Like, people watch the Warriors for Steph. People watch the Lakers for James. People watch, like, it's just you're falling around players and stuff like that. There is a lack of tribalism. The problem is with this competition is, and football in general, is it's all about tribalism. It's all about all that type of stuff. So the concept of a playoff, it just makes no sense unless it's like to get promotion or something. We get that part. Obviously, you're going to have to do that, like a playoffs in the championship to get to the Premier League. I get it. But what if we lose one of the big boys in the group stages because of an injury or because of fixture congestion? And one of the things as well, the people, yes, I'm going to say this as a Premier League fan, but it's unfair completely, mostly to the Premier League teams, because the fixture congestion is not normal in the Premier League. You've got 2 cups. You've already got the December and the January period that's going to be hell. And I would assume that if the playoffs were going to happen, they were going to be in either December, January or February.
January.
Exactly. And you already know how congested January is to begin with. So now, on top of that congestion, you've got 2 playoff games.
Yeah, but that's nobody's problem that England have 2 cups. France
where that
had
break
2 cups.
is. Where that break
No one. It's no one's fault that England has 2 cups. The same was no one cared that France had 2 cups. No one cares. Like, no one is looking at it.
France no longer have 2 cups. They can't.
Exactly. They scraped 1 cup. So England should scrape one of the cups. Just play 1 cup.
No,
I know historical and not historical. Yeah. Bro, I know that historical.
The way you do it, you make your squads bigger. You get rid of this 25-man squad rule. If you're going to do this, not saying you make it unlimited, but you get rid of this 20, or you get rid of this 8 homegrown stuff. You've got to change some rule somewhere.
Yeah,
my thing is the Champions League already was the best competition to watch. Why fuck it up? We already enjoyed it anyway. Why are you changing?
Because they got scared of the Super League, Husam. They got scared.
Yeah, so they made their own one.
Yeah. So what UEFA went was, you want the Super League? We'll make our own for you then.
Yeah.
It's like Ferrari and Lamborghini, you know.
I want to go to the. I want to go to the. I want to go to the football, and I want to ask Gianni. Me and Husam were on the football terrace. Husam ranked the teams like this. He said City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. Yeah, Madrid, City, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Inter 5th, ahead of the likes of Arsenal, ahead of the likes of Barcelona. Do you agree with this, Aaron?
So you said Madrid, City, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, then Inter?
Yeah.
I'll go Madrid, City, and I'd probably just flip Liverpool with Inter. That would be my top 5 for me.
So you said Bayern, Inter, Liverpool as 5th.
Yeah.
But why would anybody put Bayern there? Like, why? They are in because of what? Because they won 9-2 yesterday? Is that why? Like, why are Bayern better than Liverpool? If Liverpool play Bayern tomorrow, I would definitely pick Liverpool to win, by the way. Home and away. Like, I would pick Liverpool in a round robin game, or like whatever, like home and away game. I'll definitely pick Liverpool to win.
Because we've got the Mighty Vincent Company.
Bro, the Mighty Vincent Company, my ass. But like, seriously, I would definitely pick Liverpool to win. I don't know this.
No, I don't know. I like the Barcelona, the Bayern lineup. I like what they have at their disposal and what they're able to throw on the pitch and who they even have on the bench. I mean, that's a deep squad. I don't know what to expect really with Vincent Kompany. I think that's really more of a question mark, more so than what they have. But yeah, maybe I mean, if I'm going based off the managers, I would probably like Liverpool's manager more than Kompany. Like, if that's it. But if I'm looking at the squad depth and everything, I personally I like what Bayern has at their disposal.
Okay, I want to just go to the game because we want to stay for long.
I'll tell you why I put Bayern above us. Depth. There is a listen.
Here comes the crying. Premier League. Here comes the crying.
Listen. You guys, listen. No, stop it, Mo. Because if I lose Gravenberch or McAllister, Wataru Endo is gonna be the fucking replacement.
If Bayern Munich lose Harry Kane, they're done. Simple.
No, they still have Sané who can score goals. They still have Gnabry who can score goals. They have depth at least. They have goal scorers.
Yeah.
No, you can't even deny the drop from Gravenberch to Endo is a drop from hell. So my thing is, if you're talking, okay, you know what it is? I think there's a fair way to answer this. Everyone fit, no injuries. I edge Bayern Munich above us because I think they got more difference makers. Neuer, in my opinion, is a difference maker. Kimmich is a difference maker. Kane is a difference maker.
Oh.
Here we go. He's gonna cry
I actually think, Wallah, Husam, you like balls lately. Wallah, someone cut your balls, bro, lately. What is going on with you? You have Alisson.
My balls are intact. Thank you very much,
bro. You have Alisson, who is at the current moment better than Neuer. You have Van Dijk, who's better than every single defender they have at the current moment. Kimmich even plays right back or central midfielder. McAllister in the midfield now is better than him. And you have Salah, or they don't have Mohamed Salah. They have Harry Kane. They have Jamal Musiala now. You don't have Jamal Musiala. You don't have a player like Jamal Musiala. But you have better starting 11 than Bayern Munich. I don't get this. This notion that Liverpool are underdogs is crazy, bro.
I think they have a better back line starting. See, no, the thing is, listen, I'm going to shut you now. I'm going to agree with Husam, and I've agreed with him all summer. It is Liverpool fans got sold a dream and got a nightmare because they all believed their owners that they were doing this. Hey, let's go out there because we're going to save money. No. Liverpool have, for me, got the same issue Arsenal have with squad depth. 2 or 3 injuries, which teams generally get. You are back to the kids.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And the trouble is, Liverpool had a very good start, and then some got a bit carried away, and off we went, and we were off again, challenging for the quad. Then it was down to earth against Forest, and it's this is the problem. People going about injuries. Injuries happen. That's football. That is football. Yeah. The thing is, I'm not stupid. I've said this all summer. For the first time ever, City have now got a deep squad. Bar striker, we've got a deep squad all over the place. Got 2 decent right backs, 2 good left backs. We're okay in defence. We've got 10 bleeding midfielders. We've got 4 main wingers now. And, we're playing a different way. We have now got squad depth. We can cope with injuries. I don't think Liverpool
this is the thing that Mo never takes into account. He acts like your starting 11 is going to play from August till May every single game. You need depth to step in. That's the thing.
You have depth. You have Conor Bradley, you have Tsimikas. Yes, you have Cody Gakpo, you have Harvey Elliott, you have Curtis
Like we're going to play AC Milan every week. I'd love to play Endo and Gakpo.
Most of the teams you play are AC Milan level. You don't play City and Arsenal every week, bro.
You're making me agree with Husam far too much here, Mo.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you'd have Tsimikas at Inter?
We have 2 better fullbacks, but yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
But hold on. Why are you treating Inter? We have a superior team. So
Inter are not superior to Liverpool. I disagree with that.
Because you have Salah, you have Alisson, who's a better goalkeeper. You have Van Dijk, who's better than every defender we have.
And Konate, despite the fact I like Bastoni.
No. Konate is not better than the ones we have. No.
Yes, Konate wouldn't even get into that back 3. Konate
wouldn't even get into our
Yes, he would. Over Acerbi easily.
No, Konate wouldn't play
Acerbi on age, that's about it. But I would have want Konate in the middle of back 3.
I wouldn't play Konate.
Acerbi and Pavard.
No, Konate is not.
No.
Konate is rash. I don't think he is.
And anyway, can we
Brother,
come back to
Acerbi is
you
37.
saying City had a one-man
And he ain't
team?
even that good.
No, City are not. I
I'm
said that.
not letting you get away with your comment about City.
Okay,
Without Haaland.
I said that City at the current moment, based on what we have seen, if we stop Haaland, who's going to score goals? Can you explain to me?
KDB, Phil Foden.
Has he done it this season? Foden hasn't played
He's
a
not
game this
played
season.
yet.
So they haven't. So you are basing it based on last season. I am basing it based on this season. You stop. Everything is built around Erling Haaland.
I'm not going to base the season on 4 games, Mo.
Yeah, but everything is around Erling Haaland now at the current moment.
Well, is that what having a top striker is?
No, that is great. Actually, I like it. So that's why I said that if
I wish we fucking had Haaland.
Yeah, I wish we have Haaland up top. I would build a team around Erling
Haaland
Haaland.
and Lautaro, have some shame, Mo.
No, Haaland and Marcus Thuram would bang, to be honest. Haaland and Marcus
You have
Thuram
the
would bang.
nastiest Lautaro.
I mean,
agenda.
just to throw it out there, we did win the league twice with a false 9, so we can't.
80% of your fan base wants Lautaro to
System
win Ballon d'Or.
changed. I don't like Lautaro, and I will never like him. He's never going to be a World
this season, Mo. See,
He will never be a
City
World
are playing 2 styles. We've seen in the 4 games, City have 2 styles. We've even done it in the 2 games. So you look at the West Ham game. We went out and we started playing blistering, attacking football, going down the wide. West Ham got a little bit on top. We took the wide men off and brought in Gundogan and Núñez just to get hold of the ball a bit more. Start a little bit sideways passing. A little bit boring. Some don't like it, but it gets you the ball back. Takes the pressure off. It stops the opposition at source. Right? So you start doing that, and then you up the tempo again for 10 minutes and you get the 3rd goal. That's the way City are playing. There will be times when we can go all out blistering pace with a Savio and a Doku, and there'll be other times where we go out and we'll play slower ball, pep ball, whatever, pause ball, whatever you want to call it. That's what City you've got now. Last season, we played one style, which was, everyone said was a bit, but including a lot of City fans, was boring and was sideways and was 300 passes in the middle of midfield. And that's why a lot of teams are coming to the Etihad and playing low block 10s and you couldn't get around them. Because we were doing that extra 30 passes in the midfield when we didn't need to. You've even seen it on thing, we sat there with Edison launching a ball over the top, because this is not Haaland from last season. Haaland was playing with painkilling injections. Haaland on Saturday's coming into midfield, dropping on his mat. I think it was Pinnock. He was literally bullying Pinnock out from the midfield, holding the ball up, turning him and going. Because he's not playing with painkilling injections anymore. Look, Haaland now, he's dropped 20 yards deeper and saying to his defender, let's have a foot race. Wasn't doing that so much last season. It's the first time in 3 years I've seen Haaland do this now. Because he's learning. He can't just stand in the box. He's got to come and get a bit more involved. And he's doing that now. So if your defence tonight want to do that, fine. But Haaland will try and have a foot race with you now.
Well, he was always going to win a foot race. I was never worried about I think you're going to have Acerbi marking him the same way that he did in the Champions League final, and then they're going to probably have Hakan stay deeper back to kind of also provide assistance with that and maybe offer a little pace. Now,
then I would expect the wingers. I'd expect Doku and Savio in tonight, then maybe get round there a little bit.
What's the best chance for Inter to win today?
I think you play Carlos Agosto on the left wing.
Counter-attacking or try to play position-based football?
You want me to be honest? I think attacking. I think the way you get at City is by attacking, sir, and being brave.
You think so? You think Inter should go to the Etihad and try?
Yeah, because I'm listening.
Manchester City.
I would agree.
This is crazy, actually.
No,
just because it's one game.
I'm not one of these City fans who says I like to think I'm more objective, but our defense can be got at if you go at them. There are soft areas in our defense.
The only thing that I worry about is if they try that, but you're starting Augusto and Dumfries, you have no one to cross the ball into your forwards. And then you're kind of just giving up possession if you try that. Now, I think playing those two are important from a defensive aspect, but in terms of pushing the ball forward, they're not going to offer too much.
But Brentford
Definitely.
didn't park the bus Saturday. They came at us for 20 minutes. Should have been 3 up. Because we played the wrong midfield. The midfield was too slow with Gundogan, Kovacic, and KDB in there. It was too slow. We couldn't get the ball out quick enough.
But I don't think he's going to make that same mistake against Inter. That's the thing. So
Do we think if Inter win today gives the footprint for people to win against Manchester City?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because it's a one-off game. It's literally the one time we're going to play them, right? And unless we go to the knockout, it's anything can happen in one game. We don't know how Inzaghi's going to line them up, what his game plan is going to be. Maybe it is going to be played a counterattack. Maybe he thinks, you know what, we'll go all out for the first 30, 35 minutes, see if we can get a quick goal and put the pressure on them, and then boom, we drop back. Like, we don't know what his tactics are going to be. So it's like, if it works one time, that doesn't mean it's going to be the blueprint for every team to go and do the same thing. Because then maybe, you know, I don't know what Pep's going to do with his starting lineup. So what if he decides, okay, like this didn't work against Inter this one time, I'm going to switch it. I don't even know who City play the rest of the time, but I'm going to switch it against our next toughest opponent and see how we attack that game.
We're away at Bratislava next.
Okay, but like, what's the next like tough opponent that you guys have?
No, they
after
play
Arsenal
Arsenal on Sunday. It's a
Oh, I mean,
it's a
well, I
league
meant in the
decider, yeah.
I meant in the Champions League. I didn't
Oh,
mean-
Juventus away. Juventus away.
See, that's the next tough one. So then you could do something completely different against Juve if it didn't work against Inter. And Juve is going to be a much easier game because their midfield is pretty lousy in my opinion. And then
Here's a question for you, Tim. Do you see Inter changing the tactics than what they did in the final?
What do you mean?
I think so.
I honestly thought your tactics in the final were spot on. Thought Barella.
We don't have Onana.
True. No.
We don't have the same goal-playing goalkeeper to break the lines with passes like before. We just don't. So against Manchester City in the final, it was all about breaking the Man City press using Onana's passing, which is he completely lost going to Manchester United.
I wouldn't use Onana to go on a T-run, Bob, so I don't know why.
Not now, but Onana at Inter was a
Yeah.
difference maker. Onana at Inter was a difference maker in terms of the style of play. Massive difference maker in terms of a style of play, Onana. Now, against Manchester City, number one, the only player at the back that can play these passes is Bastoni, that can play the passes between the lines. Is Bastoni that. And Pep Guardiola knows this, and he is going to target Bastoni every time he gets the ball. He isn't going to leave him away from the ball. Barella
supposedly is back today.
Involved in the phase. Barella isn't involved in the first phase of the game at all.
No, because you've not. I know there's a couple of injuries you've got in there. There's no what's it called? Hasn't travelled. Can't these names going out my head?
We don't have
the DiMarco didn't travel.
Yeah,
Mkhitaryan's not playing.
And there was someone else.
We don't know. I don't know if Mkhitaryan is not playing. They say Zelinski's going to start. That is what I just read. That DiMarco's not playing. He's injured. Actually, he didn't travel.
DiMarco's injured.
DiMarco's injured. If
we're going to play Dumfries.
No. It's we have a Brazilian guy called Marcos Augusto.
Oh no, I think he's talking. Well, I think he's just asking.
On the right side, probably is going to be Dumfries, who is going to be in battle with Doku the whole game.
I'm sorry, the Dumfries will get joy.
And Dumfries won't get any joy. Dumfries?
No, he will get joy because that's one thing that Doku needs to practice coming back more. He's not going to go back and it's whether Doku wants to have a battle with Dumfries in that essence.
Dumfries is getting cooked by anybody and everybody. So
if Jack Grealish plays, I think Jack Grealish will outsmart Dumfries every single time.
Dumfries, Jack Grealish.
Like as much as I don't like Jack Grealish, but I think Dumfries is just a donkey on the pitch that Jack Grealish will outsmart him.
Yeah,
will outsmart him. The problem is the guy doesn't have any football IQ, so Jack Grealish just outsmart him. All the time.
He got outsmarted by Vitinha at Genoa. I mean,
so what you're saying is
that
side of the pitch, if no one's attacking, Grealish ain't going to attack one end and Dumfries on the other.
If Doku is gonna go into a physical battle with Dumfries, Doku might not win. If he tries to speed and stuff like this. But if it's Jack, because Dumfries is quick.
I'm sorry, if you say Dumfries is not quick, that is the biggest myth in Serie A football is that Dumfries is quick. He can get outrun by anybody. All you literally have to do is run a straight line right past him and you're gone. He cannot keep up with anybody. You don't have to worry. Like, just play long balls over the top to Doku. Dumfries is going to, one, let his man get free. Two, not pay attention, not offer any assistance to the right center back. If if Pep is smart, he doesn't even bother going to the right side of the pitch, and he just attacks the left if Dumfries is playing. Plain and simple. The guy is an absolute waste of space. The only thing he offers is like a scowl that kind of intimidates the opposing defense. That's it. But he doesn't offer anything going forward. He doesn't know how to play a pass. He doesn't know how to play a cross. He doesn't know how to mark his man. Denzel Dumfries is the biggest
Man United
waste.
wanted this guy. They offered 35 million pounds and we didn't sell him last season. Imagine that. Imagine this, bro. 35 million pounds for Denzel Dumfries. Guys, there's almost 500 people here. We aren't even on 100 likes. Guys, the like button is underneath the live chat. Hit that like button, people. Come on. Hit the like button. We need the likes up a little bit. Curran here is saying we need Musiala as the 10 in Liverpool. Come on, Hughes. Can you imagine if Liverpool get Jamal Musiala and then behind him is...
No, I can't even imagine. That's how unrealistic that is. So let's not even go there. Please, we signed no legs Chiesa and you're talking about Musiala. Let's have some shame, please. And let's just...
No knees Chiesa.
Yeah, no knees Chiesa. He fucked both knees and that's who he signed this summer. You're telling me Musiala. Come on now.
Haaland is not going to find the net against Inter, Mike, my word.
I think
don't
Haaland won't find the net against Arsenal, but today he might score. But I still back Inter today.
I don't get it. Why do you back Inter today to win or get a draw or something? I don't know. How?
Because of the two strikers.
When Lautaro plays, that by itself is absolutely horrendous. I don't think he plays.
I don't get the hate. I'll never understand your dislike for Lautaro. I don't get it.
He's been shitting on Lautaro for the last year.
He's been shitting on him for the last 3 years.
Yeah. He's not living for this Lautaro Ballon d'Or thing.
No, bro. Pep Guardiola's gaslighting Inter fans, bro, by talking about Lautaro Ballon d'Or. This guy doesn't deserve anything. Ballon d'Or my ass.
You think
Vinny?
You think Vinny deserves it more than Lautaro? I'll leave right now if you say. I'll leave right now if you say yes.
Didn't Vinny win the Champions League? Did Lautaro win the Champions League?
Did Vinny win a World Cup? Did Vinny win a Copa America?
Did Vinny deserve? Did Vinny flop in the Champions League? You think Lautaro is the one who won? Forget Copa America. You think Lautaro is the one who won them the World Cup? It's not Messi.
So Vinny's the one who carried them, not Bellingham. Vinny did all the work throughout the whole season.
Bellingham did a lot. Bellingham did a lot. I have to say that. Bellingham did a lot in the Champions League. Yes. How is Lautaro deserving of the Ballon d'Or? Well,
I didn't say
the day Lautaro sits on a podium.
But if you look at what is out, first of all, the Ballon d'Or is a joke. It's a popularity contest. It's not really based on anything except who has better PR. But if you think for 1 second that Vinny deserves the Ballon d'Or over Lautaro, you might need to get your head checked. You might.
You think Lautaro is better than Vinny Jr. last season?
Without a question. Without a question. Vinny is pace and power, and people like cream their pants over that. The guy, I don't see. If I'm Brazilian, I'm offended that he is even representing our country. That's how I think of Vinny.
Wow.
Damn.
I don't know what you see in Lautaro, to be honest.
I see a lot more in Lautaro than Vinny. I'm not putting Lautaro at like the pantheon of all-time strikers or even.
So who should win Ballon d'Or then, in your opinion? Number one.
God, I mean, honestly, like if I don't know.
Give me your
Bellingham,
top three. Let me make it easy. Give me your
my top three would probably be Bellingham, Rodri, and Lautaro would be my three.
There's only one right answer. Rodri is the one that is there.
And that's
I would say my top three would be Rodri, Bellingham, and Toni Kroos. That's what I would put in the top three.
Toni Kroos.
Toni Kroos this season was unbelievable in his last year, retirement year.
No point in Vinny.
No.
Vinny
By the way,
fought.
Vinny last season didn't have the greatest season, by the way. He was outscored by.
Bellingham won La
Listen,
Liga Player of the
but-
Year, by the way. Let's not even go there.
Yeah, I think Savio had a better season than Vinny, if I'm not mistaken. Gyökeres had a better season then.
But
Like,
we're talking about Vinny like he's like some stud player because he scored one goal in a final.
You want to know the problem? I'll tell you the problem why what we said, like me and Gianni agreed that he would win it. Should win it, sorry, Rodri. But the problem is City PR will never go towards Rodri. I don't know why. They're always
Do you know
doing
why
PR
Rodri is not going to
Haaland.
even win it, Hussam? Do you know why Rodri
You
is
know,
not
you
going
know
to
if
win
they
it?
did
For the
Rodri
people
PR,
like you,
you know,
Husam, who hate.
no,
But
Martin,
do
this
you
is
know
the
why
reality.
Rodri
If you did
is not
Rodri
going to win it?
PR, if you did Rodri PR 2 years ago after winning the treble, he'd won the Ballon d'Or. Rodri PR all summer long, Rodri videos and all that shit.
I've
But
already
instead,
said it.
everyone's like,
No City
Haaland
player
broke
ever
the
got it.
goals record. I'm like, bro,
They
Rodri
pushed the
literally
Haaland
scored,
thing because of the goals.
literally scored the goal that won you the Champions League.
But logically speaking, Rodri cannot win it. Logically
Why?
speaking.
He's a DM.
Because Foden won Man City's best player and one player of the season. And how would you give a player in the Premier League the best player
That's
in the
harsh.
season and then you say Rodri? Unless you're going to count the Euros.
Rodri
Unless
was
you're gonna count the
in,
Euros.
in the league the whole year last year. I'm not having this fucking Foden crap. I'm not.
Do you know what it is? I'm not going to go down the Foden road because I'm not doing it with you, Husam. But I know what he's doing. He's sticking.
What
the
am I
line
doing?
out.
I
No,
literally
no,
said
no,
the
he
line
has-
out.
he has been
You're
very
waiting for me to
consistent with
take a
this.
big old bite.
Yeah, I've
I
been
don't know what you're doing.
consistent with it.
No. He has been very
brilliant.
consistent with the Foden thing that he thinks
No.
Rodri is way more important than Foden.
Hussam is right in one, and I've already said that City fans, we don't big our players up enough. We don't do it. I don't know why. I've had this debate with thousands with LB. We don't big our players up enough. If Rodri was at Real Madrid, there'd be posters, there'd be everything up of everywhere.
He won 2 Ballon d'Ors
They
already.
did it for Modric. You remember they did it for Modric instead of doing it for anyone
I
else.
don't know why. We're just. It's weird. We're not a fan base that does that. I don't know why.
Think about it this way: he scored the goal in the Champions League final, was with Spain when they won the Euros, won the league with Manchester City, and is by far the most important player for Manchester City, by far. And the casing point: when Foden is missing, when Haaland's missing, when whoever is missing, they've won games. When Rodri's missing, they haven't won games. Last season, then you draw 6 or have a really bad run when Rodri was out. That alone is enough proof for me. I listen. If you give it Vinicius, Bellingham, Toni Kroos, Carvajal, like a Madrid guy, you know what it is? Football fucking fell off. I just realized by saying all these names now.
From R9, Zidane, Figo,
Yeah.
Ronaldinho, Messi.
Now I gotta see Vinny being talked up. Like, come on.
Yeah, I said
He-
the
Pavel
fact that
Nedved
Vinny
even
is the face
better
of
in the
Brazil
world.
at the current moment tells me that football is done. It's
That's
over.
what, listen, Ronaldinho said it best. I don't even watch this team anymore. I can't. So obviously he's not impressed by anybody who's Brazilian, let alone Vinny.
All I have to tell you is that Adriano was the 5th best player in Brazil at some point. 5th. He was. There was. Bro, 5th, there was Ronaldinho, Kaká, R9 ahead of him. There was about 3-4 players ahead of the guy. And that was Adriano at that time. It's crazy, actually. Even by the way, even Argentina, apart from Messi, with all due respect, back in the days, we're not going to go into the nostalgia thing, but people know what I'm talking about.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know who I could say genuinely, full on, guaranteed, 100% should win the Ballon d'Or. I don't think it's that clear cut. That's why fans are sneaking in Lautaro because there is, to be honest with you, there hasn't been someone that's been so unreal. That's why you have to just give it Rodri. That's it.
Yeah, I think Rodri has to win it. Rodri has to win it without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
But you know who's winning it, right?
Who's gonna win the Ballon d'Or?
Vinicius.
100%. Is it gonna be Vinicius, not Bellingham?
Yeah, 1000% Vinicius.
Yeah, I think Vinny wins it. It's so
why? Why? The PR of Real Madrid, they're pushing Vinicius over Bellingham, huh?
Do you know that?
But he is not even. But it's impossible for him to win.
Real Madrid PR. This is the thing, Mo. I'll tell you this. In order to beat Real Madrid PR, your PR needs to be zoned in to one fucking guy. Every City person for the next month need to post Rodri posters all over the world, go pay every journalist known to mankind who has a vote, just so you can make sure that Rodri wins it, because he's like the one that everyone go like, oh yeah, Rodri deserves it. That type of shit. And if you notice, even in the Euros, who won player of the tournament? Rodri. You know why? Because they didn't make the journalists vote or any of that stuff. It was strictly coaches and players. That's why they all went Rodri.
Do you know what he's made? Do you know what he's made? I don't want Rodri to win the Ballon d'Or. And you're gonna think that's mad, because I know Real Madrid will come. He wins that Ballon d'Or, Real Madrid are coming. Because it's Real Madrid. Real Madrid do that. That's what they do. And you know that. You know that's what Real Madrid. Like, oh, Ballon, right? We're having him. How much? I mean, obviously, whether they've got the money to put it down at the end, I don't know.
Oh, they always have the money. They're backed by the whole country.
And so take that one back. But you know what I mean. It's very Madrid-like. Someone hasn't won the Ballon d'Or. Bang! Right, let's go and get them.
Faisal is saying Lukaku cost Inter. City can't beat them now.
I think City wins tonight. I think City wins tonight.
We are playing it. Why do we get something? Like, people.
I don't think you will. You know.
I think we win. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a lot close. I think too many people are writing Inter off as some crap team that, you know, Inter Milan is still a top team. So toughest home game we're going to have. I think we'll win 2-1. I think there'll be a goal in it. But I do think we'll win, because I don't think they will stop Haaland, not the form he's in right now. Too many people looking at Haaland of last season. This is not Haaland of last season. This is a very different Haaland we're watching right now. The guy's fit for the first time in a long time. He's fully fit. He's hungry. He's sharp. He's not doing that, just stand in the box and don't move anymore. He's becoming more mobile, more available. And plus, I'm intrigued to what he does in the midfield tonight. Does he bring Foden back in? Does he not? I need to see the team more.
Is Rodri back fit, by the way?
Yeah, yes. Rodri's back fit. I think he'll play Rodri tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Knowing him, he'll probably start him.
Or you're going. I mean, my biggest thing is, does Foden start tonight? Because if Foden doesn't start tonight, does he start Sunday? You got to start asking questions. And where does he start?
He probably starts Sunday, not today.
I don't want him starting Sunday. He's cold. He's had no warm up whatsoever. Then
what do you mean?
Get minutes in his legs. He's had 20 minutes at Chelsea.
Maybe he plays like just some minutes today, but he doesn't start, I think. I don't think he starts today. You are so privileged this season as Man City, to be honest, with the squad that is amazing and fantastic. Like, it's just
I think it's the deepest squad we've had in 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, it is crazy. Looking at Man City now, it is absolutely crazy how you have a very, very deep squad at the current moment. Very deep squad. Interchangeable as well. A lot of
it's
people.
Why I went with the treble. It's why I brought out. I think we could potentially win the treble this year with the squad we've got. Not saying it'll be easier, but I think we could with the squad. Our squad's deeper than it was in the treble season.
Yeah. Redline Taranga predicts 2-1 Man City win. Maybe 2-1 Man City win. I am predicting this. I'm predicting this, but I'm hoping my team can do something different. To be honest, guys, it's 500 people here. Let's get the likes up a little bit. I know that Martin is going.
By the way, just throw it out. We haven't lost at the Etihad in nearly 2 years.
Yeah, that is why I don't understand.
You can draw. Thing is, City... they have a front line that can hurt you as well. That's the thing we have to keep in perspective.
Oh no, of course they have. Of course they have. But I just like I said, I need to see the 11. I need to see what our 11 is going to be.
If we win today.
Oh yeah, I'm turning my phone off and I'm ignoring you for about 4 hours.
Oh my god. I'll be
before anyone starts, right, Husam, because I know you're going to do it, there will be empty seats tonight because they have decided to charge 63 quid a ticket.
For the cheapest ticket is 63? Cheapest?
63 quid.
The cheapest one? So how much is like the good ones then? Like £200 and stuff like that?
It depends what you want to say. Colin Belly's upwards.
If I sit on the side behind the dugout, like a little bit up,
by 80 quid.
It's not that bad for the Champions League.
It's because the trouble is we've got 4 home games on the row, which we very rarely get. We very rarely get 4 games on the bounce like this in 10 days. there's been a big kick up about it with the local, like with all the fan people, that like the fan groups. There's been
Supporter trusts and
yeah,
stuff.
there's been massive kick ups.
It's 20 euros to get the tickets at Inter, but that's fine. You can get very good tickets for like.
Yeah, but that's why they make 500 times more revenue.
That's cheap. Not in the UK, it ain't cheap. It might be cheaper somewhere else. In the UK,
that is very, very, very cheap. That is very expensive, actually. £60 for the UK.
To get a box to watch the Jordanian national team with 10 people, I had to pay £100.
Yeah.
For a box.
But
anyway,
on the other side, Watford's only 13 quid. So they've tried to help that way. So just before everyone comes out with the seat counting tonight, which they will, it'll be all over Twitter and
Martin,
everything
why
else.
are you stopping the inevitable? Why are you arguing this like you?
Because
you know it's going to happen.
You
Everyone's going to take
it.
pictures of the seats and post it. No one cares how much you're charging for a ticket. It's going to happen. Don't deny. Don't stop the inevitable. It's always going to happen anyway. So you're good.
Well, I'm there anyway because that's where I'm going in 2 minutes because I'm on my way to the Etihad.
Oh, you're actually going. Fair enough.
I always Husam, I always go.
No, he's a season ticket holder. He always goes.
No, I know he's a season ticket holder, but I didn't know he was going tonight to the Champions League game.
Yeah, I go tomorrow. League Cup. I've even got Watford tickets. I go tomorrow in all the cup schemes.
Okay.
I'm one of them. I feel like I've had my arms chopped off if I'm not sat in the stadium. I feel weird. Can't watch it. Can't watch them at home on the TV.
Listen, people. Just predictions. Gianni, quick prediction.
I'm going to say a 2-2 draw.
Martin?
2-1. Sir.
Sam?
1-1.
Okay, I'm predicting 2-1 Man City. I'm hoping for a 2-1.
Back your team. No, come on.
There's no chest here.
Martin, this guy spends all season asking us for chest, and the one time he has the opportunity to show chest, he doesn't show it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Husam, I want your chest. I want your chest when you're going away at the Etihad, right? Without your best left back, I want your chest. We are going away at the Etihad.
We have an understanding. We don't.
If you don't go with Husam,
Martin just told you we have an understanding. We don't win at the Etihad. They don't win at
lose at each other's grounds.
Yeah, that's
the way it goes.
You'll see the chest when Arsenal come to the San Siro. We're definitely winning that game. We have to win that game.
Who's your daddy?
Oh no,
that is 100%. What you're telling me is, Mo, your channel's going to stop being AFTV version 2.
Why? Why am I sub? Why? I don't get it.
Your channel's become so AFTV lately.
I literally just said we are beating Arsenal at home. Why? How is that AFTV?
Well, you do a Chelsea stream and spend an hour talking Arsenal. It's advertised to Chelsea.
Never did.
You love it. You love it.
The thing about Arsenal that what Arsenal fans don't understand is that because they are the closest team to win the league to Manchester City, and because they have the longest serving manager without winning the league title in the Champions League, they are the talking point. People need to understand this.
What would break your heart more tonight? City winning 2-1 or Grealish scoring the winner?
Say that again.
What would hurt you more? City winning 2-1 or Jackie G&A bagging the winner?
Jack Grealish bagging the winner will hurt more.
100%. You know that for a fact.
If Jack Grealish scores against Inter, I will be fuming.
There's two players in the Premier League he hates like no other. Jack Grealish and Marco Kurela. Those two specifically.
And Raheem Sterling as well.
And Sterling. He can't stand those three.
I can't stand these three players. These three players. I used to like Jack Grealish, but I think he's just a fraud. And he's really a fraud. But listen, people, appreciate everyone that joined. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Gianni. Guys, Interviews Podcast. Just Google on Twitter, on Instagram, anywhere. Interviews Podcast. And the Mancunian way. Martin, of course, he's going to do like a show after the game when he comes back. But listen, guys. Tonight, there is Ahwa. Which is, if there is Ahwa, it's going to be peak. Win or lose, I'm going to be there. And it's either I'm
For
gonna make
content's sake, Forza Inter. Just so I can cook the shit out of Hamza for once.
Mo, we smacked you in your stadium, Faisal. We scored the 3 goal at Highbury in one of your best ever teams ever.
You went back to
3-0. 3-0. But that's what he means.
Well, he
They
just
won
went back
5-1.
to that same season, so that's
Oh,
why.
Same
right. I
exact
don't know,
season.
yeah.
They won 5-1. We smoked them 3 at Highbury. Them, by the way, them having their best team ever. But we didn't have our best team ever. So there is a difference at that year. So big up everybody that is here. Hit that like button before you go. And we'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.